Hello and welcome to Light Waves by todderbert. In front of us with a Wuben X5. This is a flat body, multi-light source, dual powered everyday carry flashlight. You can find this selling on Amazon USA and wubenlight.com for $79.99. I'll have links down below in the paid links section if you so desire this awesome flashlight. So let's look at the box. There you go, profile of the light. Comes in 3 laser versions, the higher 3R and the lower class 1. Here's a picture of it. Awesome. Wuben X5. Easy carry light innovator. Nice. Proud of that. Alright, cool. On the back here, we have a little chart. You can see the light modes. There's a turbo, high, medium, low, eco, strobe, and ultraviolet. Showing the run times there. IP65 waterproof, 1 meter drop resistance, 102 gram weight. All right there. Again, different laser values for you guys to see. And yeah, a little bit of information there, a bunch of addresses, and some warnings there at the bottom. Okay, cool. Took everything out of the box. Let's see what we get. So we get to start a show. I'm going to zoom it down a little bit, I think. There we go. Yeah, so this is the X5. Looking pretty sweet right away. It's a cool flat body and a lot of unique features to it compared to others. And we'll compare a few, so yeah, keep watching. It's cool stuff. But liking it, liking the dual power capability, being able to change the battery is a neat thing. So you don't see that too often on these flat bodies. Okay, cool. What else we get in there? We get a little baggie holding a lanyard, which also acts as your charging cable. I think you just push this button here. I've seen this before. I think the X1 Pro came with this. So there you go. There you go. There's your USB-C. I think it's over here too as well. There you are. So there's your cable. It just snaps in here conveniently. So you always have a cable with you on the go. So that's a nice thing. Just got to push this in. It's kind of hard to do on camera here. Get that to go in there. Yeah, on camera, not so easy. I got to line up this bottom piece. Okay, you know what you got to do? You got to put them in together. That'd be the smart thing to do. I mastered it. Anyway, what else you get in a little bag? There's a little wrench. There you go, a little key wrench. Now this little wrench here is to move your back belt clip to your other side. So it's the other side of the flashlight. Kind of nice. They include the little tool for it. Kudos to Wuben for that. Also, we get our manual. Go over it real quick. It just kind of opens up here. I'm just going to kind of flip the whole thing open and run it through the camera here for posterity. I don't know if you guys can see it all. Hopefully you can. There it is, Wuben X5, contents. Okay, showing what's in the box. Alright, you get the idea, right? Hopefully that comes up in video. I think I'm holding it further enough down where you can read everything. Hope so. There you go. We got the operation. There's removing the clip, flipping it over. Pretty basic stuff there. And yeah, there's your mode switch selector. And then I'll bring this up here so you can see how the controls work for the white mode. There you go. And then controlling the UV mode, laser mode, and lock mode. And there's charging it. It's a pretty basic setup. Alright. Cool. And then battery level indicator. It does have that on the side, which is handy. And of course, here's some more specifications. If you see, notice it also shows run times for the AAA battery. So if you're running the normal lithium pack that comes with, or that wears out and you don't want to buy another one, you just want to use AAAs, you can. You just don't have the high turbo rating. You just have a little reduced turbo rating, and that's about it. Everything else is the same. So I think it runs the UV and the laser the same output. There you go. And knowing is half the battle. Yeah. So I don't know. Here's some written instructions. And we're almost through with this long manual. And then we'll get to the flashlight. There we go. Some warnings. Read, stay safe. Okay. All that good stuff. Let's toss that to the side. Let's move this stuff to the side here. All right. Let's talk about the flashlight. Bring it on down. Downtown. Okay. We're going to go dimensions. Everybody needs to know how long this thing is, right? So its length is 5 3/8 of an inch, or 136 millimeters. We have a width of its widest point of 1 5/16 of an inch, or 33 millimeters. And then we have a thickness or height of 5/8 of an inch, or 16 millimeters. Looking pretty sharp. Awesome, liking that. It's a good fit for the hand. I like how it's notched right here. It's really nice. You just know when you grip it up, it feels kind of natural. And your hands are all by the things you might need, like the USB-C port. You got your selector back here you can feel for. And of course, you can flip it around. You got your tail switches on the back. I'll show you how those work in a second, but let's do a size comparison. These are always fun. And we'll go over the features real quick, so I'll bring this up. Size comparisons are always good. So let's compare it to some standard flashlights. So I have a single AA powered through night. Yeah, you know, AA power. Let's put a AA battery here. Get you an idea. All right, this thing runs on AAA, so we could put a AAA battery there too as well. Runs on 4 of those little bad boys. Yep, it's pretty wild how it supports them. And then what else do we got handy? Like a 18650 here somewhere. Here we go. 18650 flat top, smashing thing. There you go. You get the idea, right? And then we have a through night or something running around here. So we have this bad boy, standard 18650 cylindrical style, you know, side switch operated. And to show you for profile reasons, these guys out of the way. Kind of see the different thickness. A lot of people are going with the flat route. Cool. Yeah, I mean, what do you prefer? You guys tell me. All right. Also fun, let's show you some Wuben products. Yeah. If you're a Wuben fan, you may own some of these. If not, here you go. Maybe I'll link them to the iCard section. This is the Wuben X4. This is a 18650 powered single. This is awesome. It's got a lot going on here. I believe it's just straight white light, and we have a reading light and RGB down there. But pretty cool light nonetheless. Nice compact size. Looking for something simple. If you're looking for something monstrous, and you go, hey man, I want the biggest light they make, well, here you go. The Wuben X1 Pro. There you go. There's a flat body for you. Holy massive, like 13,000 lumen output with a built-in fan. Yeah, there's the beast. Does it fit on camera? It does. Holy cow. Powered by twin 21700s. Not Ford AAAs, that's for sure. But you get the idea, right? Cool. That's always fun. Look at those meaty LEDs in there. Wow. Okay, and now some competition for flat lights. We have here usual Arc Pro by Olight. Yeah, they're pretty snazzy lights. I did put it out there because this is like $79, and this here on sale is around $95.99. This is everything too. It has UV, green laser. It has that same Class 3R laser, and it does Class 1 as well, which is interesting. It also has high output UV. But the downside is no replaceable user battery. So that's a bummer, and no tail switch operation. So, yeah, well, you kind of give up some things to gain others. But then we have more tactical styled Claris Flat Tech X2. This one only has white light and a like proximity sensor. That's it. All about output and tail switch operated, which is nice, but you only get the white light. That's it. You don't get the UV or the green laser. But that gives you some idea for some competition if you have those lights and you're kind of wondering how they compare side by side. Cool. All right, let's go over feature set of the X5 here. Let me just zoom it back on down. All right, so go rather quickly over these. So in the front, we have our glass lens. You can see it has anti-reflective coatings, kind of purplish hue to that glass. And if we look up close on there, we can look down in there. We can see there's a luminous, I think I got this flipped around here. There we go. Right here we got our luminous SST36F. It's a main white LED. This is 5000K color temperature. It's got a nice neutral white to it. I really like it. Let's see if I can compare it to the other lights so you can get an idea of that color temperature. It's really nice. We have our laser down here, that Class 3R. And over here we have our UV light. It's a 2 watt, it's high output, 365 nanometer wavelength. It's definitely powerful for outdoor use. And expect a runtime of 50 hours on the UV and about 24 hours on the laser. Give you some ideas. You got aluminum front bezel there. Your body is your typical 6061 aluminum alloy with an anodized finish. Looking pretty snazzy, right? You got your USB-C charging port. I love this one because it's covered by a nice little slider switch. I like this better than the Olight. The Olight has one that flips open, which, I feel like I could break that off. It flips open like that. Might seem cool, but yeah, you know what? If that's snagged in your pocket and you pull that open, I can see that maybe breaking off. So yeah, you know what? That's a weak point. I like what Wuben did here. Oops, it has magnetic base. I like what Wuben did here with their sliding cover. Now, when you're charging this light, it takes 5 volt. It said 1.2 amps input. I just did 1 amp input. I know this was charging around 1 amp. So yeah, it probably goes to 1.2 on a dead battery. You get access to eco, low, medium, and UV, and laser while charging. So you lose the high and turbo modes, but at least you got those lower modes while you're charging up the LiPo pack. I'll talk about that battery in a second when we open it up. Close that up. There you go. Pretty cool. Even shows USB there. Wuben X5. Here's our battery status LED. Blue, red. So blue is good. Red is bad. Red when you're charging. Blue when it's finished. Nice. Here's your selector switch. So you have white light, lock, and UV. Pretty simple. I'll show you that while we're operating it. We got our belt clip. Of course, they give you that wrench so you can flip it to this side where they got threaded openings there. As you can see, just flip it around. It's kind of nice. Depends on how you want to carry it. If you're a southpaw or right-handed person. There you go. There's a diagram showing the 4 AA batteries going in the battery bay. The battery bay has a nice little lock on it, so you just flip this little block back and you press the little release right here and pop it open. And we have access to the LiPo pack. So LiPo pack it comes with is like a custom 1200 milliamp hour variety here. I'm trying to show you on camera. There you are. 4.44 watt hours. Okay, it's got terminals on the one end. Okay. I think you got to buy this through Wuben. Yeah, this is their battery pack. There's their model number, ABN 1200. So if you want to order an extra one, go ahead. But if you're that depleted, you can always do fail-safe and throw in 4 AA's. So here's 4 AA batteries right here. And I guess I could put those in. So how did they show you putting them in? I'm trying to see here. So they got the... wow, it's hard to see on camera there. I'm guessing I'm just going to follow by the contacts here because that would be your negative. So we're going to put those straight down. There you go. And then these positives up. I think I got this right. That makes sense, doesn't it? I'm just following the back contacts there. And then we just close it with those 4 AAA's in there. I think I locked it. There we are. Let's try see if it turns on. Laser. I think I'm locked. So we turn it over here. And we turn it to like white mode and we'll do laser. There we go. Laser works. Yeah. Bright laser, man. That thing's awesome. And of course we got a light. So yeah, we can cycle through them. I'll show you how that works. But there you are, running standard batteries. Sweet. It does show that it's red there because I'm using nickel metal hydrides. If you were to put alkaline or those 1.5 volts in there, it'd probably light up differently, probably blue. But since we're lower voltage, it's lighting up red. But you still get those same run times or similar run times. Okay, let's open this up. Take these out. Put that flat pack back in. Right. I gotta look in there and see which way to go now. Oh, let's see. There we are. I think it's this way. And we'll test it to make sure. There we go. I don't like to snap it, but there you go. Locked it in place. And we should have access to laser. There we go. And our white light. Okay, cool. So that's the battery compartment. Pretty sweet setup. I told you about the waterproof already, right? The IPX or IP65 waterproof. Nice. Talked about this being replaceable. Or move to that side I meant. So tail switches are pretty awesome. So you got dedicated laser right here. It says L on it. So you just press that. Turns it on. It's just on or off. There's no momentary or anything like that. Just on or off with the laser. Nothing special. There's no extra modes. No holding it to change brightness or anything. Just on and off. Pretty basic. Okay. The switch next to it is for your main lights. So we got on the forward, we got on the white light there. So when you're on white light, it has mode memory, which is nice. Remembers eco all the way through turbo. So that's a handy thing to have. So let's go ahead and cycle. So what you do is you can half press for momentary operations. So momentary mode memory. Now we get that blue light showing we're using the lithium because it's full power right now. So what you can do to change the mode, click it on and then half press to cycle the modes. So I'm half pressing, not full press, just half press because full press will turn it off. So here's eco, low, medium, high, turbo. Nice. Now you can go all the way up to turbo and turn it off. Now, it went down to eco, but when you turn it back on, momentary, it's on turbo. So now you got momentary turbo. And it works both ways, too. So you turn this on, go down to eco, turn it off, even though it jumped up to low. I don't know why it does that, but when you flash it now, it's on eco. Now we're in eco mode. Sweet setup, right? Okay, cool. So from on, you can double half press to access strobe. So you can handle flashing lights look away, so click, click. And now we got our strobe. It's a high frequency, then the low frequency. Then back to high frequency. Single press, go back to your normal mode. Last remembered mode there, eco. Pretty sweet setup. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what else we got on here. We got the half press. I showed you cycling. It's very simple to operate. I like the momentary operation of this as well. Fantastic. I think that's it. Yep. So strobe, click it off. Okay. Very basic, right? Loving that. Awesome. Of course, we go to UV. Let's go to UV. And it operates the same way as you can do momentary UV. and you can go click it on and have it on. Oh, it's kind of warm. Okay, you get the idea, right? Deck of cards, Iron Man. Yeah, that's the UV. It's just 2 watts of power. Love that. That thing's amazing. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and go to the garage where I took pictures of this thing in action. I think I covered all the use of this. So yeah, let's go ahead and check those pictures out. And then we'll come back, do a quick desktop demo, and do final thoughts on this bad boy. So let's move this over here. Yeah, here we are, X5. Yeah, Wuben X5 style. Yeah, get the profile going. I don't know if it's going to stay. It doesn't want to stay. We'll lean on Iron Man here. Okay, let's head to the garage. So here I'm in the garage, 15 feet away from the garage door. The light's on turbo. This is 1300 lumens. It'll run for 1 minute before throttling down to 400 lumens. It'll run the remainder of that battery pack out in 1.5 hours. Expect to throw over around 200 meters with that smooth reflector. Now we're on high. This is 350 lumens. Expect total runtime of 2 hours. This is nice. You get the same runtime with the AAA batteries, which is another nice thing. A nice lumen, same lumen output, same runtime. And yeah, great for anywhere around the house. Next we're on medium, another useful mode. 150 lumens. Expect a runtime of 5 hours. That includes the AAAs as well. 150 lumens, again, gets a lot done in small areas. 150 lumens, great for walking, everything. It's just a good all-around setting. Now we're on low, 50 lumens. Expect a runtime of 15 hours. Again, same as AAAs and LiPo. And yeah, 50 lumens, another good setting. Want to conserve some power, run this mode quite often, especially if you don't need the intensity of the medium or high modes. And then finally, our eco mode, if you're really trying to save power, takes it down to 1 lumen, and it runs the batteries for around 200 hours. So fantastic, especially if you're in a extended power out situation, you just want to conserve juice, or you're camping. Eco is nice to use all the time, especially when you can have it momentary. So let's go to the bench. All right, so yeah, we'll line this up here. We'll do a quick demo. Let me bring this up a little bit. Do some final thoughts on this light. So I'm going to engage it. Not the UV though. So there's your lock. Nice. And then we'll go to white light. Turn it back on. There we are. Sweet setup. Okay, so I think we're on eco. Go ahead and turn this off. And then, I'm going to bring in the O-light just so you can see a different color temperature. And we're going to move it to its lowest setting. Okay. I think it's a little higher output on its lowest setting there. All right, let's bring this in here. I forget. I think it's long press from off because it's lowest. There it is. I knew it had a lower setting. All right. So just so you can see kind of what's going on. All right. Okay, so Wuben's in my right hand and the O-light is in my left. Let's get an idea for color temperature. So here's the Wuben. And here is the O-light. It's kind of a throw there. Oh, I think I'm on the spot mode for that one. This one here has like a throw flood kind of style to it. Kind of a softer center. This is the Wuben X5. And if I switch over the, I think it's the over here is the, whoops, center. Center's flood. There we go. There's the flood. Gives an idea of the flood. It's okay on the O-light, but the Wuben's definitely a warmer color. A little bit better color rendering with the Wuben. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. This is the Wuben. Iron Man looks more red. Looks more cool white with the O-light. So there you go. Okay, I'm going to put away the O-light. And then we're going to go ahead and just use the Wuben here. Let's rock this out. So I'm going to aim at the ceiling and go through the modes. So we're going to cycle. So we're going to click through them. So there's your low, medium, high, and turbo. Turbo's lighting up everything. Beautiful. Back down to eco. Eco. Low, medium, high, and turbo. Kind of off camera. Otherwise it's too much. Go fast so it doesn't, oops. Engage the strobe by going too quickly. That's a thing. And of course, once you find that sweet spot, you can of course turn the light off and then you have your momentary eco. Nice. So let's go and bring a radio in, show RFI test, and then we'll do final thoughts here. Let's bring in the radio. I got a C-Crane, Skywave 2.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Connected phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar.
Okay, cool. So if you notice, the RFI is really good. You can use it. Let me get the lights back on here. Here we are. Yeah, you can use it with the lower settings if you're not too close to the radio. If you put it right next to the antenna, you're going to have a problem. With smaller radios, it's not going to have any RFI on any of the modes, which is nice, but you will pick some up with a bigger radio on the lower modes. Just something to keep in mind. But if you keep this flashlight far enough away, you can light your radio up, no problem. So yeah, we're a radio channel first. We love our radios, right? Skywave 2, rocking it. Yeah, I wasn't getting the greatest reception there for some reason. That was not from the light when I first turned it on. There we go. Let's do final thoughts on the X5, right? Rocking on roll. Okay, so I do likes, dislikes, wants, and overall opinion. So bring it on down a little bit here. Iron Man for color correction. So yeah, the Wuben X5. What do I like about this bad boy? I like all modes available while charging. That is a nice, handy feature. Plug it in, and you can still be like doing whatever you're doing, and still have light source while you have it charging. Like if you're on the go with a power bank, it's handy, especially if you have it like mounted to a bike or something. Yeah, some people might have that setup going. I like the slim design. It's definitely slim. I think it's, I don't know if it's slimmer. Yeah, it's definitely slimmer than the Arc Pro. Yeah, I think it is, because it's just it's a little thicker here, the body style, but it gives you an idea. I guess it could be the same, pretty similar. I do like the thinness though, for what it is. I mean, you can replace the batteries. Like, hello, how cool is that? I love these fin designs here. Nice. The design is pretty cool. I like the smooth reflectors they used. Standard reflectors are always nice. They just provide that nice little beam pattern I like. That get a bit of flood, bit of spot. That's all you need for these kind of lights. They don't have to go fancy with any special optics, which is cool. I also like the dual power options. Hello. Nothing beats being able to use standard batteries if your pack dies. And you can change that pack too if it runs out and you can't charge it anymore. Fantastic. So as long as Wuben's making that pack, great. If not, pick up an extra one if you're going to be using this light a lot. Recommend that. But cool nonetheless. Still useful light when that battery pack goes or no longer available. The light's still good, which is fantastic. I like that part. Tail switch operation, very unique. I do love how easy it is to cycle through these. Yeah, and momentary operation, that just right there is a big selling point for a lot of people, and same for me too. And you can be able to set whatever you want. Very handy. Definitely the way to go there. Of course, the flexibility of the light options, UV, spec something, green laser, white LED. That white LED is nice, by the way, too. I like that warmer temperature. Yeah, high intensity UV, mode memory. Okay, that's another nice thing. I just did a review on a light that was like no mode memory, and that was not fun. So yeah, I enjoy my mode memory. I like the lock mode over here. Whoop, flip it over. There you go. Lock mode, nice setup there. And of course, I mentioned the USB jack. So yeah, just like some wants. Well, I wouldn't mind a red secondary. Maybe right here. Put a little red LED right there. An open spot. That'd be awesome, Wuben. Then you got everything covered. That'd be just great. And then access it through like the UV setting or something. I don't know. Or laser setting. One of the two. But that'd be nice. Then you have a nice red light for preserving your night vision. And maybe for a beacon too. And that's another thing I was going to mention. I want a beacon mode on the white LED. I think that would make sense for this. You got your strobe, why not have a beacon? Beacon is good for survival. If you're out in the woods and you get lost and you're trying to signal somebody, a beacon, conserve the battery. You like to use that if you're trying to flash. I mean, you can sit there and do momentary, but you're going to wear your thumb out doing this, trying to signal somebody. But you could, in a pinch, do it that way. But if you just want an automatic beacon, that'd be nice. I would like that. That's just me personally. So that's it. The only two things I'd want on this flashlight. So overall, the X5 is serious competition in the flat body, everyday carry light category. The features it provides the user is amazing, and the price is appropriate. So yeah, it gets a big thumbs up from Todderbert. X5, rock and roll. You know it. So if you enjoyed the video, give a big like. If you like this flashlight, definitely give a big like. 2, if you like Wuben products, hit subscribe to the bell icon. And of course, 3, comment down below what you think about the Wuben X5. Is it in your pocketbook? Is it something you're going to think about in 2026 and beyond? Let me know. All right, there you go. Thanks for watching, guys. And we'll see you in the next awesome video.